All right. Good morning, everyone. It is currently 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and we're in the middle of this winter storm. Winter Storm Oakley, I believe, is the name, and we're out here in this sleet bomb right now. We're getting very heavy amounts of sleet. I'm looking at latest radar scans. It's not looking like it's going to stop anytime soon. We're expecting wintry precipitation throughout most of the day today anyways, and starting to taper off around potentially about 2 p.m. Looking here, this isn't snow, as you can see. This is all ice, little ice pellets, meaning we have a thin, warm layer in the atmosphere right now with below freezing temperatures on the ground. And what we're looking at is because all precipitation starts off as snow up in the higher levels of the atmosphere, all right? And then as that falls, it hits that warm layer of above freezing temperatures. And when that happens, all those snowflakes start to melt, all right? And when those snow melts, it will fall through that thin warm layer, all right? And then hit below freezing temperatures again, where it has time to freeze into little ice pellets before it hits the ground, and that's why we call it sleet. Freezing rain is when that warm layer in the atmosphere is a lot bigger. This layer is a lot bigger, and then the rain does not have time to really refreeze before hitting the surface. Therefore, it freezes on contact. All right, what are we looking at here? Well, as you can see, we got these little ice balls as they fall, and we already have about 1/4 of an inch on the ground already, which was almost more than expected, really. In the winter storm warning text advisory, we were looking at about 1 inch of sleet accumulation in total through the entire 2 days. It's looking like we might get a little bit more than that down here in South Tulsa. I know you can't really see the sleet falling on camera, but you can certainly hear it. And here's the thing, once we get a lot of sleet packed on top of each other, it causes a thin layer of ice to form underneath because of all that compressed sleet. And we're looking at this continuing for the next couple of hours, and if you do not have to get out and drive today, make sure you don't. Because it is absolutely treacherous today, and it's going to be continuing like this. Areas just to the south of Tulsa, you're going to be expecting a lot of freezing rain, a potential ice storm down there, with ice accretion accumulations of about 1/2 inch maximum. Wow, it's really picking up now. Also, a little fun tidbit I noticed when looking at radar scans this morning is that we're getting thunderstorms mixing in with this line of sleet here, and freezing rain and mixed wintry precipitation, and that's kind of perplexing because you need a lot of moisture and warm air in the atmosphere in order to get those thunderstorms to develop, really. So thunder sleet, meaning you're going to get wintry precipitation like this with the added effect of lightning and thunder to go with it, which is only going to make things a little bit more scary. Not to mention, we do have very strong winds today, gusting upwards of 17 miles per hour. That's going to knock down those temperatures from about 9 degrees this morning. It feels like temperature of about 1 because of those wind chills. And with that rain and with this sleet and wind, all right, it's going to be moving those power lines a little bit, so we can expect some spotty power outages throughout the day today. And this is going to taper off around 4 p.m. Then overnight, we're going to have it's going to be nice and cloudy, still really below freezing. So all this sleet is going to stay here. And then tomorrow morning, when you wake up, we're going to have yet another round of sleet and freezing rain, potentially ending with snow for up here in Tulsa. Down to our south, however, it's a different story. You're going to be stuck with freezing rain for most of the entire duration of this, which is why select areas are expecting a little bit of accumulations along the lines of 1/4 inch upwards to 1/2 inch. All right, this is Winter Storm Oakley. I'll be live on the field. I'm Austin-Adler, and I'll be coming to you with updates throughout the day.